What's up, everybody? Hey, hi, hello there. How is everyone this fine? What is it? Tuesday? We're Tuesday? We're at Tuesday already? Oh my gosh, this week's flying by. What is up, guys? So, I can't pronounce this first name that's up there, but what's up? And what's up, GQ Man and Painful Truth and Sandra? What's up, everybody? So, welcome in. I'm going to give it a minute for the notification to go out. Welcome everybody into the chat. Yeah, we've got some I found a crazy you guys know I follow the Erika Kirk story all the time, and I found a crazy post that Project Constitution put up on X. And I don't know how I don't even know where it was at, like where this was recorded, how we all missed it. It is pretty wild, but you guys are going to die when you see this one. This basically just kind of this spells out just what she's always thinking, in my personal opinion, allegedly. Okay, allegedly, because we never know what she's thinking. But yeah, we've got that. We've got some stuff from Blake Neff. We've got people just weighing in on everything that's going on currently. What else? Oh, we've got some stuff about somebody who works with Turning Point USA, whose name I'm not going to mention, but you guys can read it on the screen when we get to that point. But evidently, people's live streams have been taken down and getting like shadow banned and all kind of stuff over talking about this topic. So I'm not going to dive too deeply into it because I don't want us to get in trouble over here. But we're going to be talking about that. Let's see, what else have we got? Oh yeah, we've just got a couple of different crazy things today. Somebody found a story about Frank Turek, a specific Frank Turek who passed away in 2022, and it looks just like the Frank Turek from Turning Point USA. Literally looks like could have been his twin or something like that. Great. We've got a screen freeze. Okay. Oh goodness. Yeah, I have Streamyard was talking about some issues with their going live. Is it back? Are we back? This is not a it's not a gen issue. I did get a big warning up on my screen that potentially we may be having some trouble connecting through StreamYard to YouTube today. So I apologize if there's any like whatever. So my bad. Well, not my bad, but StreamYard's bad. So yeah, welcome in. Let's see. It's school getting out time. Many aren't home yet. Too many parents doing parent pickup. True. What's up, Deb Daisy? How are you? And Painful Truth, welcome to the channel memberships. You're the official first channel member over here on the channel. Welcome in. Welcome in. So yeah, how's everybody's week going? How's everybody's weekend going? I hope everybody's doing well. I don't want to dive right in. I guess we could just dive right in. People can catch up. People can rewind if they haven't seen anything. But let me add our story to the stage. Let me cue it up a little bit because it's the first one I'm gonna show because it's pretty daggone interesting, if you ask me. So father to do something that he does not. Let me make it big and rewind it, and then I'll pull it up for you guys to watch. This is kind of wild though. Just kind of what she says is kind of suspicious. It's like she always does this like something slips, stuff slips out of her mouth. So let's have a listen. Hold on, let me make sure you guys can hear this audio appropriately. Let's see. What do we put this on? This one, I believe. Let's see. Nope. Hang on a second. I got like 20 different audio channels here. Let's see. Try this one. Oh, there she is. Okay. You guys should be able to hear this really well. Okay, I'm gonna turn it all the way up. Okay. So this is Erika Kirk at somewhere. This is a post from Project Constitution right over on X. And he says this is Calvary Confessions Part 3, the Handler's Confession. And he says, we've been warning you that the new TPUSA's a compromised operation, and that Erika Kirk was never just a wife, she was a handler. This is all allegedly. It's not my opinion. I'm reading a post here on X. This is definitely, nothing like, not original words from me. All right. So we're going to take a look. He doesn't give any information on where this is coming from, where this post, where this video was taken. Looks like, I don't know. I just don't know what it looks like. It could even be fake. It doesn't look fake to me. It looks like she's actually at a speaking event somewhere, but I don't know. The podium looks weird. Like, it's kind of weird, but let's have a listen and see what people say down in the comments.
One of my favorite movies is My Big Fat Greek Wedding. How many of you have seen that movie? I love that movie. I could watch it on repeat. And so there's a point in the movie where the mom and the daughter are talking about this one moment before she's about to get married, and she's trying to convince the father to do something that he does not want to do. And they have all of the women are everywhere. It's total chaos. It's like absolute mayhem. And
see, I don't think it's fake because she's rubbing her eye, and she's always doing that with her eyelashes. She's always checking her eyelashes and stuff. So I don't know. I don't think it's fake. And we're gonna ask Grok after this anyways to double check.
The mom, she's like, don't worry. She's like, the man is the head, but the woman is the neck. And the neck can make the head move whatever way she wants.
Okay, girl.
And I just was like,
what?
Exactly.
See, this sounds like something she would say. This sounds like something she would say. Exactly. Right? Exactly. This is what... Is this giving handler vibes to you? Because it's giving handler vibes to me, right? The head moves any way the neck wants it to,
Because if you picture the physical body, and it's not meant to be manipulative. Some people are like,
oh, it's not meant to be manipulative, guys. Not manipulation at all. No manipulation at all here, guys. Nothing. Oh, do we keep freezing? I don't know what to do about that.
Move the head wherever I want because I'm going to manipulate my husband. That has nothing to do with
I can do.
If you picture the physical body, you can't move your head without your neck. You can't. Your head
is she literally giving an anatomy class right now? Is she literally trying to sit here and explain to us you can't move the head without the neck? Like, what? You physically can't, guys. You just physically can't. It's like physically impossible. It's like totally physically impossible. You just can't do it. It's not manipulative, though. We're not trying to be manipulative when we say, like, the woman is the neck and the man is the head, and the woman controls the man and just, can make him do whatever she wants him to do. But it's not manipulative at all. It's funny.
And it determines which way the head will turn because a wise husband will listen to a wise wife.
Really, bitch? I don't think so. That sounds like manipulation to me. Put a 1 in the chat if you're picking up manipulative vibes here. This is so super strange to me. Like, why is she trying to tell people this?
He will.
Yeah, he will.
You can't. Your head is supported by your whole body, and it determines which way the head will turn because a wise husband will listen to a wise wife. He will.
I really wish there was the entire video for this. I really want to know what this video actually was. So let's take a look at the comments because I want to see. But a lot of people don't believe Project Constitution because he has said some crazy claims here on X. You guys know, I don't know if you know, but I believe he's one of the people that they served up a cease and desist to because he was saying this audio was, he was claiming that this certain audio was Erika Kirk with the Jeffrey E files, and it really wasn't. And so he got served up with a cease and desist. So sometimes I have to double check with the things that he posts just to make sure, because I think he goes a little hard sometimes and doesn't really cover himself as far as like stating when something is his opinion versus something that's factual, so I just like to double check on this. And it looks like there's more here. Calvary Confessions Part 4, the conditioning slip up. If you thought the first clip was bad, watch this absolute. Oh, hang on a second. I'm getting told to turn off all the Wi-Fi around here. I don't think it's a Wi-Fi issue though. Guys, I think this is actually an issue with YouTube. Let's see. Let me just turn it off everywhere here. We'll see how it goes. All right. So anyways, if you thought the first clip was bad, watch this absolute masterclass in psychological projection. While trying to explain her biblical marriage, she goes completely off script and unprompted to loudly declare, what are we declaring? I'm literally choosing on my own to willfully put myself under the leadership of my husband. He didn't condition me to obey him. Oh Lord, hang on. Let's listen to this one. I want this whole thing.
We have a family dog named. So there's a difference between being submissive and having submission versus obedience. Obedience would imply
oh, good Lord. Hold on. Let me stop this. We gotta wrap our mind around this word salad. Hang on a second. Let's rewind this. There's a different. I almost feel like she's trying to like teach us a lesson about some of this stuff. Like making up new stuff and just like teaching a class on the new stuff she created. Let's have a listen again.
So there's a difference between being submissive and having submission.
Okay. There's a difference between being submissive and having submission. Anybody know? Does that sound for real? I'm not really sure. Not really sure if there's a difference in that. I honestly don't think so. But anyways, let's see.
Versus obedience.
Oh my gosh.
Obedience would imply that there's some kind of forced action behind that. So for instance, we have a family dog named Rudy.
Oh, good.
Rudy, this little dog, Tyrant.
Tyrant, little dog Tyrant. You can tell she doesn't like, I bet it bites her. I bet it bites her.
He is obedient and conditioned to obey certain commands. Rudy will never be submissive. He'll be obedient, but he'll never be submissive.
Actually, dogs are very submissive. If you have pets, if you happen to be like the leader of the pack, dogs are pack animals and they are very submissive to the leader of the pack. So right there, she's making no sense because that's not actually true, right? That is just something she is making up and defining as she goes. I feel like I don't believe this at all. So yikes. Okay. I mean, how many of you guys agree with me? Well, I mean, welcome in, Joe. Hello. Love the slime frozen green eyes. Can't stop laughing. Let's see. Welcome, Dunwit. Be gentle. We're always gentle over here. We're always gentle and kind to our community members. We just don't like trolls and a-holes and stalkers. I think I might have a stalker now too. Okay. Wise husband didn't invite Candace to the wedding or after party. Erika didn't invite her to the private funeral either yet. Ben Shapiro, etc. invited. Right. Right. Yeah. Right. We're supposed to believe that, reading a bunch of things that were Charlie's wishes and seeing a lot of his previous text messages that have come out, the posts that we see popping up all over the place of things that he spoke about, kind of like we just talked about his views on the war and things like that. I mean, we literally see things that Charlie said, right? And they don't line up with what they try to tell us he wants and what they try to tell us he says. And I feel like proof of that is in the fact that when they have something that like they'll say, Charlie believed in this. When they have something that he actually spoke about that, they'll put a video with it, right? They'll put a video with whatever it is they're talking about. See the video? He said it. See, he said it right here. See, and then you'll see things where they're like, and Charlie really would have wanted Shabbat Shalom and everything like that. And like, they don't have any video to back it up. They just say it. They don't have anything to back it up. So it's almost pretty transparent, right? So when you see them saying Charlie said, Charlie said, Charlie wanted, Charlie said, and they don't have anything to back it up, I feel like that's all stuff that's made up allegedly, in my opinion, right? Because they usually put a video behind everything that they can back up. Kind of like this, the whole voice thing where they have that recording of her, of Charlie saying how Erika Kirk would make a great CEO. This dangerous position, dangerous job. It's so dangerous. I'm getting threats, violence, da 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 da. It's super dangerous. I have to have a guard dog. I have to have like a whole guard dog, an entire security team that I pay millions of dollars to, like all this. So super dangerous. But I want, if I pass away, the only remaining parent that my children have, I would love for her to fill that position. She's highly qualified in, hiring maids and nannies, doing music videos and social media, influencing, posting, that kind of thing. She can definitely run TPUSA, and I would like her to do so. And what cracks me up is if they have a board of trustees on this, what do you call it? That this company, whatever, this nonprofit, they have a board of trustees. They can't just, I would imagine, right, that they can't just, because Charlie said he wanted her to run things, they can't just be like, she can't just come in and run things, right? They have to vote her in. And so, of course, I think it was Blake Neff or Andrew Corbett talks about that a lot, right? That their whole entire board has voted her in. The whole board, no one had an issue. They immediately were like, Erica's in, the entire board. So it's just a whole lot of weird things that come along with this. It's like a lot to wrap your mind around. And it's a lot of manipulation. You're right. Alexis. Yeah, a lot of manipulation. Yeah, I really hope so too. I really hope so. The Garrison Project, I really hope so too. I just like to mess with you guys and say that, hey, you never know. Someday it may happen. I don't know. Yeah, Daddy's home. Kimberly says Daddy's home. Yes, Daddy's home. Just like that, that kind of stuff. And even in that, the last video I did where she was talking to Caroline, she had to mention it. Remember, she interjected that into the conversation there as well. She was like, yeah, and even the Sabbath, because I mean, you can't just go without telling all kind of stuff. And then she said she was like 190 pounds when she was pregnant, and I can't with this woman. But listen to this word salad, right? This is just word salad. Totally. But before I hit play, please hit the like. Please hit the like button. I don't even know how many likes we have because I had to turn my Wi-Fi off and I can't even see the likes now at this point. What I'm looking at, it said 2. There was 2 when I shut my Wi-Fi off. So I hope you guys are liking this video. It's the only way that YouTube is now going to show anybody's anything. They've changed a whole lot of things in the algorithm. So if you don't like the video, actually, it just never goes anywhere. So I'd appreciate it. Please, 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 if you hit the like button. All right. So let's move along to the word salad. We're going to rewind this too, because I still don't understand what the hell she's saying.
The whole idea behind being submissive is that I am literally choosing on my own to willfully put myself under the leadership of my husband because I respect you. So there's a difference between.
Oh, is she annoying? Is anybody like, put a 1 in the chat if this annoys you? Just listening to her voice, like everything she says, just please put a 1 in the chat if this annoys you. Tell me I'm not the only one who's already irked beyond, like, just, I can't. Like, what in the world does this even mean? And who cares about any of this? It feels almost like she's trying to kind of like get the impression across that like, I don't even know how, I can't even explain what I feel like she's trying to do here. She's like trying to imply that, she chooses to be the submissive in this partnership she's got with her husband, when if you are a Christian, I would imagine that you would just do what the Lord says and just be submissive. You don't choose to be submissive. You are submissive because God tells you to be submissive, right? Is that not right? Am I wrong here? But I feel like that's how it would be. You're not choosing to be submissive. You just are, because the Lord God, the Lord, she never says Jesus, but the Lord tells her to be submissive. She should just shut up and be submissive. We shouldn't have a conversation about it, including it talking about the dog and, like, who's submissive versus obedient versus, like, submissively obedient on purpose, intentionally submissively obedient, only on the Sabbath when your obedience is submissive. You know what I mean, right? And so, like, it's intentionally submissive, obediently so. Therefore, she chooses to do that. All right, bitches? Like, what is that? What is that? So strange. New content coming tonight, I hope. All right. Yes, I'll be looking out for that. On your channel, you mean, right, Garrison? I swear I was watching, I think Garrison's the one I was checking out. Is that your channel I was looking at the other day? All right, let's listen to this one more time.
Being submissive and having submission versus obedience. Obedience would imply that there's some kind of forced action behind that. So for instance, we have a family dog named Rudy. Rudy, this little dog.
Look how annoyed she is. She's like, this little dog. Like, okay, girl, don't be hating animals now. I could see her just not being an animal lover, because I feel like animals don't like her.
Tyrant. He is.
You're a tyrant. That's who's a tyrant. You're the tyrant.
Obedient and conditioned to obey certain commands.
So
Rudy will never be submissive.
Probably not to you, because he just doesn't respect you as the leader of the pack. So he won't be submissive to you. You're just like another dog to him, like another dog in the pack. That's how dogs think. You're either another dog in the pack or you're the leader who they're submissive to.
He'll be obedient, but he'll never be submissive. The whole idea behind being submissive is that I am literally choosing on my own to willfully put myself under the leadership of my husband because I respect you. So there's a difference.
Okay, girl. I hope he has more of this video under here. I love it. She's telling on herself in real time. Watch the tape. That's hilarious. Okay. Ooh, we got more. Oh, this is good. This is so good. Oh my gosh. I really, really wish we had the entire thing without it being cut. Come on, son. All right. If you need any more proof to completely shatter the fake perfect Christian wife illusion she tries to sell to her audience, look no further than this clip. All right, I'm not even gonna look and explain it. I just want to watch it. I don't even want to see it.
You have a tendency to overuse the word. How many in here have been married for 3 years or less? Me too. They say that the first year of marriage, the man speaks and the woman listens. And then the second year of marriage, the woman speaks and the man listens. God bless you.
Like, wait, hold on. All right, let me know, chat. Anybody heard this before? They said it, right? Who's they? And have you guys heard of this? Has anybody heard of this? Like, raise your hand in the chat if you've heard of this shit, because I ain't never heard of this before. Like, where is she getting to that from? Yeah, I keep having issues with my computer. I hope you guys bear with me. I totally apologize. I mean, I don't think it's a computer. I did get a big flashing message earlier saying that Streamyard's having trouble hooking up to YouTube at the moment, and that that it might have some issues. And of course, now my mouse died in the literal middle of my stream. You guys are troopers. I don't come live often over here, but I'd love to. But then see, this is this kind of ish that happens when I do. Everything fails. My mouse dies. My StreamYard doesn't want to cooperate. No, I don't see any of you guys coming back, because this is annoying. But I hope you do. I hope you do. I'm sorry. Apologize for all this. But I do want to see what you guys have to say, and I can't see it until my mouse comes back online. But yeah, let me know down in the chat. Has anybody heard of this like thing she's talking about here? About the husband, wife, like first year, second year, third year, like the fifth year, stuff like this. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Mm, yep, H2. Fake. Yep. Lots of ones in the chat from that last one. Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what? Done with. I have an email address. It's just betterjudgmentmedia@gmail.com. So you can send any correspondence over there, or that's perfectly fine. Totally fine. I'll be able to get a image. I would love to see circumcised enough. That's hilarious. Oh, thank you, Garrison. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that was your video I was checking out. That's right. I'll get you and your little dog too. Yeah. Oh, pretty much. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I apologize for any of the freeze ups. I did shut everything else off that had Wi-Fi taking from it. I hope I'm like not freezing when I'm going like "Ugh," or something, like with like 5 chins and like one eye closed and like looking weird. I mean, come on. Please at least freeze me when I'm not doing a weird face. Okay. I just read that in the witch's voice, right? Yeah, single ladies not taking it. Yeah. Remember when she was single in New York and she like never dated anybody except for like those few people on those reality shows and like all like maybe possibly potentially allegedly maybe her own roommate. I don't know, like all that stuff. Like, I don't know. She dated all that stuff. That was always fun. Thanks, Dunwit. I appreciate it. If I refresh, you come back. Oh, okay. All right, Deb. Yeah, if it freezes up, just refresh maybe, unless you do want to stare at the like weird strange faces I'm making when I freeze up. No, that's on you. All right. She's been married for years. Girl, get over yourself. You were in a newlywed stage. I know. And could you imagine she couldn't allegedly, in my personal opinion, she didn't seem like she was having fun rocking the newlywed stage either, right? She seemed super annoyed with a lot of the things that he would say and do. A lot of times I would see just video clips of those two on the podcast, and he would bring things up and say certain things, and she would just that look she would give was like if looks could kill type look, like how women sometimes stare daggers at their husbands for saying something, or even like the Karens looking at somebody like really nasty, just giving that dirty look. I would see a lot of that in the back and forth, like when he would say things. And the thing is, listen, I some of the things that the dude said, I was never a follower of Charlie Kirk. I never followed Charlie Kirk. I found this story because I saw this weird ass lady standing behind a chair talking about how their husband just died, and heard on the news that Charlie Kirk died, political figure, da da da. And that's where my brain latched on. I'm like, this isn't right. This one's totally being weird. Something's off here. It just doesn't feel right. Something's going on. And that's where I caught the story. And so I am not a huge, like, I'm not like majorly in love with Charlie Kirk and like the whole thing that everything he believed in and standing behind that. I am, however, totally trying to follow the truth, right? I'm trying to figure out the truth here and follow the story where it takes. And from what I see, she was very miserable in that marriage. And I mean, she just looked miserable. She would be sitting at the podcast listening to him just like giving that look, and like, he would be like, it's women over 30, you really can't, your days are numbered, right? If you're over 30, you're not going to get married, your days are numbered. And she's like, unless you are over 30, and then like your days aren't numbered because you'll totally get married. Like she would just always say the opposite of him. And so did you hear Rules in Finance called Erika Chunky? Oh God. He called her Chunky. Oh yeah. Oh gosh, I have to see that one. I haven't seen his latest video. Her contempt for the family dog is so obvious, right? She's like, little, what did she call him? terror or something. Oh, she's something else. Ugh. It must have taken everything she had to hold that alleged Yeah, I agree. I agree. It seemed like she was at the end of her rope just as a newlywed. She was like like we were saying, you were saying she's a newlywed, right? She didn't even get to the part where your husband starts annoying you and like, he does things that irk you and you got to sit there and put up with it. And it's a little annoying, but you love them, you put up with things, whatever. She didn't even get to that point. She was still like in the where they would be like super excited to be with each other and so happy and like so in love. And she didn't even get past it. It's like, it's wild to me, just like you said, contempt for her family dog and for seemed allegedly, in my opinion, and the contempt for Charlie as well is what I felt coming from her. Yeah, waiting for the insurance check allegedly, right? Oh my gosh, you are not even lying. Okay, so let's see what the years of marriage. All right, she's giving us a lesson on, because I'm still waiting to see like what the hell she's talking about here. They say that in the first year of marriage, in the second year of marriage, now we're on the third. Now let me refresh because I bullshitted here. I totally got us off topic. I apologize. Let's hear it again. Let's take a lesson. Everybody, class, get ready. Here we go.
How many in here have been married for 3 years or less? Ah, me too. They say that the first year of marriage, the man speaks and the woman listens. And then the second year of marriage, the woman speaks and the man listens. God bless you. And the third year of marriage, they both speak and the neighbors listen. So we're on track.
Oh, okay.
But in our
fighting. So the neighbors listen, meaning they were fighting, right? They're both speaking and the neighbors listen. I would imagine that means the neighbors are overhearing them fighting and they're on track, which means they were fighting. They've been fighting.
culture today, we have a tendency to overuse the word love. How many in here have been married for 3 years or less?
We overuse the word love? Really? Okay. Oh my gosh, we've got another part. Guys, this is even better than I originally thought. I didn't even see all these parts. I was just going to show you guys the first part because I thought that was bad enough, right? With her saying like with the head and the neck and how the wife is like basically the puppet master of the husband and stuff like that. But this is like juicy information here. I wish to gosh, I would have seen this entire thing uninterrupted. I mean, me interrupting is annoying enough, but like I don't know if I could put up with it uninterrupted, actually. My bad. I take it back. Okay, the bizarre youth fixation. As part of our ongoing investigation into the incredibly weird behavior and allegations of an inappropriate focus on youth surrounding Erika, this clip is a massive red flag, allegedly, according to Project Constitution. And I mean, shout out to Project Constitution for finding this video because, I mean, this is just gold here. Let's listen to this next
wanting to be 22, there's going to be a lot of heartache in between. Be pure.
Oh, for God's sakes, be pure. Here we go.
Not only in the way you act, but also in the way you look and how you speak.
Bitch, is it? Hold on, because that's got to be fake. She can't be really saying that, right? Be pure in the way you act, the way you look, and the way you speak. Oh my God. Is she for real? Oh my God.
Speak and how you think.
Oh, how you think. Now she wants you to be pure of thought as well. Oh my, come on.
Our culture thinks that purity is prudish, that it's out of date. Call me old school, but I think.
Bitch, you are not old school. Okay, no. We saw what you were doing a mere 5 years ago, and it wasn't pure at all.
A 16-year-old should dress like a 16-year-old. I think a young woman should dress like a young woman. I believe that you should buy clothes that fit your body and not try to fit your clothes into your body into clothes that don't fit. Oh, because there's a season of life for everything. And we have a tendency as women to try and skip seasons of womanhood because we're looking at over here versus where you are right then and there. And I think that God has you in a specific season of womanhood because there's lessons that you need to learn. So if you go from being 12 to wanting to be 22, there's going to be a lot of heartache in between because there's a lot of lessons that you didn't learn.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm completely just floored by hearing her say that, as I have seen the biggest, like, I mean, just nasty, whorish outfit that this woman has had on in these modeling pictures. Oh my, I'm trying to find it. Let me back this up because she is absolutely such a hypocrite. And I can't stand that. I can't stand a hypocrite. I really can't. This could be, I might never find it. Like, let's see. Erika Kirk modeling pictures, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, they're terrible. Hold on. Oh, she was, like, looking like, oh, she barely had any clothes on, literally. It was, like, the worst pictures I think I've seen of this woman, and I can't believe she even would say such a thing. Like, well, this right here shows, yeah, this one here is bad enough. Oh my gosh. The hypocrisy of this woman is just completely out of this world. I'll probably never find them, but she like she was modeling for that good friend of hers. What's that lady's name? The one who went on the she went on that other guy's podcast and was saying like, I talked to Candace Owens and you know, the one whose daughter supposedly allegedly interns for her. It's like her best friend. I guess it was her modeling agency and Erika was modeling for them back in the day or something. I don't know, but it was another Project Constitution actually got the photos of it. And I mean, the girl had on literally just strings covering her boobs, nothing down the middle, just two like basically she had two strings going like this covering her boobs. Like that was yeah, Tracy, that's it. Yeah. It was Tracy Martin's modeling agency or something she was modeling for. She's kneeling on something with she's kneeling down with her legs spread apart. She's got very like tiny little shorts on, these like strings over her nips, and she's like, you know, doing one of these, like all this and that and that. And then she's gonna talk about she's gonna judge these girls on what their thought like being pure and their thoughts and like everything like coming down to the thoughts. You really got to take over people's thoughts. It isn't enough to say like act modest and look modest. She's like, no, you got to think pure as well. You can't be thinking of, you know, anything impure. Like I can't. I wonder, does she hear herself like just talking at all? Does she hear how ridiculous this sounds? And but wait, because there was more on Project Constitution page. Okay, let me go back up because I saw them on his. I want to see, did we look at part 1? Oh no, we didn't look. Okay, part 1. The deleted video Erika Kirk desperately tried to hide. 5 bombshell clips that expose Erika is a fraud, allegedly in Project Constitution's opinion. The Erika Kirk illusion. Look, what somebody put the devil horns on it. That one's fake. That's fake. Why would he put this? Does this say AI here? Let's see. This deleted video. Everyone should definitely follow her. Okay, so let's see. This one's definitely fake. So I want to see what he says here. What is this?
And that's when the good things really started to happen. Wait, what's happening to me?
Okay, so he just has the silver. See, this is the stuff that he does that makes people think things are fake. But let's see. I'm going to. Can we ask Grok if it's real? Let's see. Is this clip real? Yes, the clip is real. Okay, so this is real. It's credible. It comes from a previously deleted 2021 video of Erika Kirk, then front state, later Kirk, speaking at the Good Things Women Conference in California. The full 1-hour video was recovered by Project Constitution, who created this who credited sarcastic Balkan. Okay. I really want this video. I really want to react to this full video on my own video. This is so good. This is like, you can't even pass this up. You can't even pay for this entertainment. This is hilarious, guys. Oh, murdered. Okay. Let's see what you guys were saying over here. Welcome in anybody who is just coming in. We're taking a look at this previously deleted video that's been recovered. Grok said it's legit. It's so super juicy. All kind of crazy, hypocritical, insane things. Like Erin, we even made up her own words and her own sayings and her own things. Like crazy. But welcome in everybody who's just dropping in. Please hit that like button if you are coming in and just getting here. And yeah, we're just going to go through and take a look at these. We've got other stories to talk about, but this has just been occupying us totally because this is hilarious. Like, we're getting the biggest kick out of it. We're all getting the biggest kick out of this. It is absolutely great. You're welcome in, Pixel. Oh, Lady Leb, welcome in. I don't want to miss anybody. Teresa, welcome in, Teresa. Yvonne, allegedly, perhaps, maybe. I love the I love the handle. I love that. Allegedly, perhaps, maybe. All right, welcome in, Pixel. Surprise is that Regina, welcome in, Regina. Yeah, I've never heard of that one either. It's like all brand new shit she's making up. She's just like, what's up, Labs and Sarah? Welcome in. Yeah, thank you guys, Kimberly. Thank you guys for dropping by to hang out. Please don't forget to hit that like button. And let's move on to this next clip. This is actually part 2 because I found this at part 3. So let's take a look at part 2. So this is the actual very first one he posted.
You guys are so blessed to have them.
Okay. Let's see.
You guys are so blessed to have them as a part of your worship team. Unbelievable. I am so happy to be back. For those of you who have no idea who I am, my name is Erika Kirk. I am married to the unbelievable husband of mine, Charlie. So last time I was here, I was a Franzwe. Now I upgraded my last name to a Kirk. Not as many consonants in the last name now anymore. But yeah, it's been an unbelievable ride since the last time that we were all together. You choose to love someone even when they aren't lovable, just how someone chooses to love you when you're not lovable yourself.
I know that's right. God bless my husband who puts up with my crazy ass every single day of the week. Shout out to you, Ryan.
It's about having your priorities straight with regards to relationships. And I have seen this time and time again, even coastal differeces. Like when I was living in New York, the types of relationships that I would have.
Oh, hold up there. I'm going to stop you right here, you skeezer. Because you said you weren't in relationships in New York. You just watched your best friend do her relationships. You were like, you like to watch. Remember? You like to watch. You didn't like to participate. Now you're saying you did? You did that kind of like what? Or are we talking about work-related differences or relationships? Let's say.
We're work-related. We're very transactional.
Ah, my bad. She's talking about work-related relationships. Being very transactional. Okay. I mean, is there really any other kind of work relationship? I mean, you actually do a job and then you get paid. I think that's for everybody. That's pretty much the same across the board. Transactional, right? Maybe I'm wrong.
Nice to meet you. Do business. Go on. In LA, it was like, hey, nice to meet you, but what are you going to do for me? One yes closer to being on the silver screen. Like, it's very, very interesting, the worldly relationships that we have and how we prioritize them.
Okay, girl.
And of course, the worldly mindset is, yeah, but what's in it for me? What do I get out of it?
Mm-hmm. You know what? I've got to say, that's pretty much life, isn't it? Like, even though we don't mean it to be, yes, we all have to look out for ourselves because no one's looking out for us. So, yeah, nobody just runs around just letting people crap all over them all day long. You got to make sure you are taking care of yourself. But yeah, I see what he was posting this for because he was trying to say, like, that's how her attitude was, but I think in this one, she's trying to say, like, that wasn't her attitude, but I really don't know. I wish it really was in order because it's definitely not making much sense. So we get to this one, and then he goes straight into this,
One of my
handler
favorite
one.
movies is My Big Fat Greek Wedding. How many of you have
I
seen
really
that
want
movie?
this
I
video.
love that movie. I could watch it on repeat. And so there's a point in the movie where the mom and the daughter are talking about this one moment before she's about to get married, and she's trying to convince the father to do something that he does not want to do. And they have all the women are everywhere. It's total chaos. It's like absolute mayhem. And the mom, she's like, don't worry, don't worry. She's like, the man is the head, but the woman is the neck. And the neck can make the head move whatever way she wants. And I just was like, exactly. Because if you picture the physical body, and it's not meant to be manipulative. Some people are like, oh, I'll move the head wherever I want because I'm going to manipulate my husband. That has nothing to do with it. If you picture the physical body, you can't move your head without your neck. You can't. Your head is supported by your whole body. And it determines which way the head will turn, because a wise husband will listen to a wise wife. He will.
Man. This really stinks that we can't get this full video. Dang it. Only the critical excerpts highlighted in the thread are circulating widely. I really wanted to see it. It would be hilarious. I did not watch. You guys have to let me know, actually, in the comments while we're here. Let me know if you would like to watch the end of that that video of Erika interviewing Caroline Levitt, because I can only do parts of it, and I cut out like a whole lot of that because there was a lot of Caroline just talking and talking, and Erika like scrolling down on her tablet and ignoring her. But it was just the answers were very prolonged. Like they were like, we're into like 3 minutes per answer. It was very long. That's why it was like an hour long interview. It's like so long. But I guess at the end there was like a Q&A section with the audience, and Erika looked a little snarky in a couple of the clips, and Caroline was kind of, I guess a little surly herself. I couldn't finish watching it. I wanted to kind of react to it naturally when I did the video. So I stopped it where I stopped it in my previous video, but I want to know if you guys would like to see that, the rest of it. I'd be interested to see if, they got like shitty with anybody or snarky. I know they were talking about like voter fraud and things like that in the thing and whatever. Yeah, Charlie had a good heart and they took advantage. Yeah, he does seem like, from the things that I've saw online of him and watched of him, he does seem as though he did have a good heart. I mean, he had his beliefs, and some people didn't believe in the same things he did, and that's fine. I mean, nobody ever has 100% the same beliefs as anybody else, but he does seem like he had a decent heart, and he was trying to kind of be a good human being, and it's funny that he got kind of tricked, in my personal opinion, allegedly. We don't know for sure, but yeah. Yeah. And then manage them. Yeah. Yeah, I fully agree with that one. What's up, Crystal? How are you? Just left Gangsters live stream. Glad to join you here. Thank you. Thank you. Tankster, not gangster. Yeah, she kind of really she was really authoritative on marriage. I mean, she knows everything about it. I'm sure she studied a whole lot of different marriages and how to act in a marriage and how to be, submissive. I love how she didn't like the little tyrannical dog. She really couldn't stand the dog. I would love to see her with somebody else's toddler that, how just like somebody else's toddler that they just met. I bet the toddler would cry. I bet the dog stay away from her. I bet animals just stay far away from her. I just cannot imagine. And that's really the true kind of test of a person, I would say. Animals are very intuitive and they can tell when someone's like not a good person. I would love to see her like do the animal test. And I'd love to know what happened to Charlie's dog. Because he had a dog as well, and that just kind of, you know, nobody ever heard since. Nobody's heard of it since. The dog, he just kind of, mm, yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree, Lady Lib. I do. I found the questions that she was asking those students to be more along the lines of, "What would you like to hear? The next candidate politician, whatever candidate say? What would you like to hear them say in order to get their vote?" Because she was kind of felt to me like she was targeting them for a reason because they were just going to be graduating when she, you know, or whoever, right when it would be time for her to kind of run for vice president or the next person to run for office who she wanted to get behind. So taking all those polls and things like that and she tried to throw it in like super nonchalant. Like that's why we have like, what are they called again? She pretended like she didn't even know what they were called. Like she tried to play that off so badly. And you know for you know for sure she knows what they're called. She's heavily into this type of thing. She knows what they were called. The straw polls. She's like, "We have poll straws." What are they called? What are they again? You can't remember. Like, come on, girl. You know what they were called. Yes. Agree. I don't know. It's terrible to think of. It's terrible to think of. I hope that she just gave him away to a loving family, but I mean, it's really hard to say. It truly is hard to say because we just do not have any clue. Yeah, I will probably we'll see. We'll see if this live stream even gets viewed. I don't know if the bigger audience likes live streams. Only some of you guys even enjoy live streaming. So only some of you will see this, but I would love to have these posted somewhere else so people can see this. I hope this does get some views so people do see these, posts here because I just find them like, wow. And then the Leah Files posted TPUSA is in stage 5 of 5 when looking at historical trends of failed nonprofits. And I really don't know about this, so I can only go by what she says, but um that'd be nice if they were in stage 5 of 5 for failed nonprofits, right? She said you can only come back from any stage except stage 5. So it's possible if you're in stage 4, you can make your way back, but nothing, if you're in stage 5, you're done. She said, but instead of acknowledging it, they're worsening it. The cracks are starting to show. This is just free advice that they won't take. She said, my deep dive analysis is up on Substack, but my summary below. And again, the Leah Files, she's the one who I have a couple of clips on over on TikTok as well. I think that's the same person I have her TikTok clips. I found her too on TikTok. And she has evidently a Substack, and go check it out if you want to, look at the deep dive analysis of this. It's the Leah Files. So stage 1, the new founder can't fill the shoes of the old founder. Erika has zero experience to oversee a 400-person, 100 million plus organization with multiple arms. But let's not forget though, she's not running this alone, right? She has an entire team of people, the entire board, and all of the kind of higher ups that were there with Charlie. They're there still as well. So, she's not having to run that 400-person 100 million plus organization alone. She said stage 2 mission drift. She's doing a make heaven crowded tour instead of a free market campus debates. And that is something that we've noticed, right? Make heaven crowded tour with I like to call them the pervy pastor crew because, we've seen what's going on with those pastors that she's got on that tour, which I find absolutely insane and totally disgusting that uh, places are allowing her to come into their churches and with these pastors. And I mean, even having these pastors in their church, I'd be afraid to let them in that my church was going to burn down, right? They're that bad, some of them, allegedly, in my opinion, and actually not allegedly, because it's in the news as well about all the things some of these guys are out here doing. But I'm in shock, right? I'm in shock that these pastors are able to still be out here preaching to anybody after their history is what it is. I'm totally upset by that. Like, what's this world coming to? Let's see. Number 3, she said, money's hard to follow and not transparent. I've done so many on this. It's insane. And that is true. We've seen a lot of things going wrong with the money aspect. Wolves and Finance covered a huge story about the money. He kind of broke the story having to deal with their, I would say, shady-ish type, vibes that we're getting from their finances with the was it a PO box just randomly stuck for it's so bad. Check out Wolves in Finance. He does cover this. And also Danks. The Dankster has been covering a huge part of this story as to following the money trail of several different aspects of Turning Point USA, their different arms, if you will. He's got an entire website dedicated to you. Anybody can look it up. Anybody can follow the money and see exactly where it's going. They're all public filings. They're all legitimate receipts, public filings, etc. So yeah, they got some crazy stuff going on with their finances, and it's not so transparent. The troops revolt. She says, i.e. University of Arkansas meets with Erika and then unanimously leaves. Yes, there is that. And public trust is destroyed. Chapters leave, donors leave. She said, my assessment is that Turning Point that Charlie Kirk built is gone. Chapters will leave and donors will see that their money is going to LLCs of people who work for the company and ghost employees. The only remaining donors will hang on to push propaganda that Charlie wouldn't. That's just my assessment based on experience, historical trends, and months of research. And I'm giving that a like because I like that. So, I mean, what are you guys thinking of that one? Yeah, exactly. Wait, I didn't pull the comment. Yeah, they're innocent until proven guilty, unlike Tyler. Exactly. Exactly right. Yes, follow the money and find who ended it. Yes, thanks. And Wilson Finance. Love those guys. Yeah, I saw I was talking to him right before he went on there. Yeah. I have to go check it out. I didn't see the actual video yet. Crystal, if you have a link to that video, can you send it to me on Discord, girl? Because I don't have a link to the video, but I want to check it out. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Vaughn. I agree 110% on that one. All right. Yes, this is another one from the Leah files. So I got a kick out of this. I had to show you guys this one. So Tyler Boyer evidently posts, did you know that the city of Phoenix voted for Trump, yet the gerrymandered city council runs the place like Soviet Russia? Support common sense in Phoenix. And I guess he posted something right. And the Leah files comes back and says, did you know that so-and-so, I'm not going to say the name, has opened 5 LLCs in Wyoming since January 5th? 2 on January 5th, and she lists them, and on January 6th, and this one here on February 28th, she said shady, especially because Wyoming is a shell company state like Delaware, and they aren't registered anywhere else. Like, they don't register where he live, like in the state that he lives in, as evidently, they went and got these LLCs because you don't have to talk about, I guess everything stays private on those, and people don't know who's involved in the LLC because the names get to stay private. So that's like, if you're not doing something shady, there's really no reason for you to go all out and do your LLCs in Wyoming, or what did she say, Delaware? Is that what she said? Oh, Wyoming and did she say Delaware? Yeah, Delaware. Yeah, Delaware and Wyoming. So yeah, you know that you don't have to do those shady ass things if you're not doing something shady, in my personal opinion, allegedly. And I didn't listen to this, but this is something Megyn Kelly posted, and she said, she said, shoot it in our veins. Tim Dillon is literally speaking for all of us. Let's have a listen to what he actually says about this.
I don't give a fuck about Iran either. Sorry. Throw them out if you don't like them. It has nothing to do with me. And the fact that the idea that I have to give a flying fuck, you should be standing with Iran. Shut the fuck up. Will you shut the fuck up?
Oh my God.
If they want to throw the bums who run Iran out, throw them the fuck out.
Woo.
But the idea that the United States of America, when people can't afford houses and they can't afford health care, spends all its fucking time talking about the Middle East and fucking Arabs and Jews and religion and the fucking temple and slaughtering a heifer and Iran and Sunnis and Shiites. Get what the fuck is going on? Truly. What the fuck is going on? We're told, well,
I mean, this is true. When we've got so many things wrong in our own country, we it's hard to get behind worrying about another country. It's just hard to get behind that. It's very hard to get behind that type of thing. We've got a lot of fraud going on. We've got all these things. It's a kick in the balls, if you ask me, but whatever. Then Tucker Carlson calls out President Trump for not placing his hand on the Holy Bible when he took his oath of office. Did you guys know this? Did you guys know anything about that? I didn't know that at all. Yes. Yes, I believe that too. That's why I use that picture on my thumbnail, lady, because that's the picture of like when he had proposed to her and she was just freshly engaged and they're sitting there on his podcast and he's walking in the room and she's going like looking like really a little bit cuckoo. All right, look a little cuckoo. That screenshot's like my favorite. That encapsulates my thoughts of how she is, right? That encapsulates what I see her as right there, like licking her lips like a predator, to be honest. That's what I feel and see when I think of her. So I use that as my thumbnail a lot of times because I'm just like, there she is. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that either. I find it a little bit weird. Yeah, you found out from Tucker too. All right. Yeah. Yeah, right? It does. I agree. Especially, when there's all this other stuff is going on adjacent to, it just seems like everything's connecting sort of like tangentially, right? This person is that person who does this crazy stuff, or that person does that crazy stuff. And it all kind of connects. I feel like it all connects. It might have like, what is that, 6 degrees or 4 degrees or 7 degrees. What's that game? The 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. I feel like it's 7 degrees of Satanism around here. And they're all connecting in one way or another. It's very disturbing. I agree, Teresa. Very disturbing indeed. If you're just coming in, we're just kind of cruising around looking at the news. If you are liking this video, please hit the like. It does help me out so very much. And if you're new, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 1 million subscribers by like the weekend. It's going to take like all week of collecting subscribers to get there. Oh, and this is the one, guys, the Frank Tarek one. This is crazy. So I just happened upon this, right? I'm cruising X and happened to see this. I'm like, what? And all at first it stood out to me saying Frank Turk died. I'm like, oh my God, Frank Turk died. And then I see in 2022. And why aren't more people talking about this? So I'm going to show you this little clip here. It's 3 minutes long, and it talks about this Frank Turk who passed away in 2022. And it's very odd the way, again, it kind of connects. And when she shows them the split face split with this guy and the Frank Turk that we're thinking of, it is absolutely crazy. It's wild. Are you ready for this?
It's like, oh, thanks for helping out at that Christmas fund. Hey guys, we are going to jump into this weird Frank Turk thing, but first, shout out to Jenny Robinson because she found this first. I'm just going in depth on it, so shout out to my girl. Absolutely adore you. Okay, what the F is this? If you guys don't know what I'm looking at, it's a Frank Turk 2022, March 28th, apparently an obituary. And although, yes, its name is Frank Turk, and he looks like Frank Turk, it's supposedly not Frank Turk. Even though this guy was a police officer for 31 years, he lived in Colorado, but apparently he also lived in Arizona at some point. And it's just bizarre. The more you get into it, it's weird. And I went through and I read all the comments on this guy's entire page. You've got family members. Most people are talking about how great he was, but what I thought was super creepy.
This actually just was a post that I guess Jenny Robinson found, and she's somebody who posts over on X. She's kind of pro Charlie Kirk and anti Erika. She really cannot stand Erika Kirk, like, at all. But everything that she posts, I usually end up finding out, it's legit. And she just happened to find this and it was posting about it, saying how odd it was, And the woman who's doing this little video clip here, she was just kind of reposting what Jenny had found. And so I found it interesting because of all the things that just kind of line up with Frank Turk, which is so strange to me.
Is a lot of them repeat kind of the same things, like the same 4 things, like, oh, thanks for helping out at that Christmas function. He was always so great handing out gifts, and talking about him being a cop, which I get it. The thing about the handing out Christmas gifts thing, it's on a lot of random people's comments. It's like, is that the only thing he did? And I'm not, by the way, I don't know this person, if they're even real. I'd imagine they are, and I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. The guy looks, sounds, and it's bizarre. Okay, yeah, it's really bizarre.
It is.
Okay, the absolute weirdest part of all is that this Frank Turk in the obituary, he died at 58 years old. And remember, he died in 2022. Now, this is where it gets a little strange. Frank Turk, the Frank Turk we all know, is currently 64. Now, this was 4.5 years ago, which would have made him 59 at the time that this 58-year-old died. And I know that this is kind of trivial to say, but I thought it was interesting to note that he was born November 20th, 1961. The real Frank Turk, the TPUSA Frank Turk, right? That's Erika Kirk's birthday. Obviously, different year, but it's also the same birthday as Joe Biden. What can I say? Never trust a Scorpio.
Weird.
Now, another thing I saw in here a lot was the mentioning, there it is, Surprise, Arizona. Apparently, he lived down the street from somebody, Frank's life, from Surprise, Arizona. You know who's from Surprise, Arizona? Get this. I know this just off rip. Lawrence Guinta. And so is Lawrence Guinta, by the way, is Erika's stepfather that nobody talks about. But her actual father lives in Surprise, Arizona as well. So that was weird. Because, again, this is a Frank Turk who died in March of 2022, who just so happens to look virtually identical. One of the other things that really bothered me, look at this, it says parties were epic, but then they show no parties except for Christmas parties. Now, let's look at some of these freaking pictures. There are a slew of them. And trust me, it's a bit mind-numbing. Because the reality is, not everybody looks the same throughout their life. People grow, they change. Even with simple weight, stress can massively change your appearance. But check out him up close. This is Frank Turk, who is dead, according to this obituary. Does he not look familiar? Let's do a little comparison. There's the Frank Turk from TPUSA's. Now look at him. Okay, that's him. Now let's do a side-by-side. There's a side-by-side, no background, side-by-side. Let's split their faces in half and put them together and see what happens. Again, those are them separately. And I made sure to get like a black shirt for both kind of backgrounds so that it was as similar as possible without being as obvious. So I took out the background. I didn't edit them beyond taking out the background and increasing saturation on Frank Turk's because his was split down the middle.
Isn't this creepy? Like, look at how the eyes tilt, like, downward, right? The nose holes, like, it all lines up. The little wrinkles in the, where the wrinkles, like, what do you call it? Wrinkles? These ones right here that I got. His nose holes, this right here lines up. This kind of lines up. The actual nostrils of them are, like, almost completely matching, and that whole thing where the eyes are both like this, wild. And all the different, like, comparisons, like the birth date and the age that he was when he passed and where he was from. I mean, what is that? That is totally it's so weird and strange, and I just don't get it. I just don't understand all these crazy little weird, freaky ass coincidences and all these strange people dealing in the like around this. I'm telling you. Like I said, it's just kind of like this middle point of like strange that just emanates outward, and all these other things that touch it are strange as well. And I just thought, I got a big kick out of that. All right. And I'm not going to read the name on this post, but I'm going to let me see if I can do something here. Let me see if I can make it bigger so you guys can actually see. Hang on. The contents inside of it, because I want you guys to be able to read it, as I can't really say names or else I know it's going to get kicked. All right. So this is a post about come on, jerk. This right here. This guy right here. Tyler B. I'm not going to say the full name. Tyler B. All right. This is about his company, right? Tyler B. Of TP Action allegedly did some of this here. The post saw 1 million views, and he tried to lie and gaslight everyone while ignoring the value in millions he will eventually take from this place here. Okay. So Sword Truth kind of found the post, and I wanted to show you guys the actual post because it is really a lot of kicking and flailing around something that he's denying, right? This happens a lot when they don't want, when they're trying to say, no, that's not true. They do a whole big thing. We saw Blake Neff's right when he threw a tizzy fit and was like, oh, we don't have that audio and we're not going to show it because psychopaths like you and your mom's a psychopath and your cousin's sister's brother's a psychopath and you're a big jerk. And he just went on and on about it. Like they just go overboard with their explanations. So he comes back with, you mean the company I saved and gave them all my R&D for free and haven't earned a penny from? The one where we built an independent door knocking application because the establishment and Democrats owned all the others? I've helped manage the company that makes ballot chasing possible with the technology we built. Charlie and Erica's mom used to be are on the board because they were close. Disgusting for people to disparage Erika, her mom, and most it's cut off, and it says most nonprofits pay executives well over $500,000 to $1 million in compensation benefits for managing far fewer employees and far smaller amounts of budget. TP has a massive budget that I helped build, and I'm proud that I never once asked Charlie even for a raise. We paid ourselves less. I've never taken a fundraising cut for the millions I've helped raise every year and the program I built in each organization. Suggesting I'm overcompensated something. I was blessed to be partners with Charlie on his private podcast, which helped build TPUSA, TP Action, Charlie's brand and effectiveness, and saved the organization money. Most talking heads just do that. We gave everything back to the movement and built and managed a nonprofit that has organized millions of conservatives. So the thing is, this dude is already this is like a multi-millionaire, right? So who cares if you're going to make 500,000 off of something? Who cares if you put that back into things? And yet I'm pretty sure they're saying like, we can't even, this was in the big E word here. Pretty crazy. And he's like flailing around, throwing a tizzy fit about it. I did not, you know? So it's interesting that that's going on. And there's a lot of things going on with this guy here. And I suggest you go over to Dank's channel, check out the things he's been talking about lately over there, because it's a big story. Like I said, it's full of receipts, documentation, proof, all that kind of stuff. There's a much bigger something going on with this. All right, much bigger. I just wanted to kind of that's why I put this in here, because I wanted to talk about it without kind of talking about it, because we're getting very censored about this and things, and it's very hard to discuss. Sucks. Can't believe that how badly we're censored over some of these things. But these are things the public needs to realize and needs to know about. You know, the more people watch those videos and look at that information, and the more the public knows about it, the less they can get away with, and overall, you know. So that's why I put that on there, you know. Let's see, I put this one here, but with Representative Anna Paulina Luna. It's just because I thought I just got a kick out of it. Okay. She says, I'm about to do a conference call to explain to members on both sides that it's illegal to sexually harass staff and interns. You all need to pull your shit together. Stop M-wording the staff, you freaks. Can you believe she said that on X? I got a kick out of that. I mean, why do we have to tell our representatives this? Why does this have to be a message at all? Why are we even saying these words? Why are these words being strung together into a sentence and posted on X? This should not even be a topic, a talking point, nothing. We are living in the craziest timeline right now. I heard something interesting the other day. Somebody was talking about, speaking of timelines, okay? Somebody actually said that they believe that we got put into another timeline. Was it Jesse on Fire? It was Jesse on Fire. That's who it was. He said that he was showing it this guy who was saying that, you know, we got placed into, or kind of pushed over into another timeline, right? We're in the wrong timeline right now. And that happened when CERN turned on their Large Hadron Collider. And they, you know, smashed the first couple of hydrogen atoms together. That, you know, we created the Big Bang, recreated the Big Bang, and popped ourselves into another timeline, evidently, where all this craziness is going on, right? The Jeffrey E. files and all this not so craziness with our representatives and the WAR and all that other stuff that's going on. It's pretty insane. That's all I'm saying. It was a pretty interesting theory. That's another one to definitely go check out. Jesse on Fire. He had me cracking up with that stuff. Let's see. Yeah, here. Oh yeah, here. Mega Cult Slayer said it happened to us. YouTube's taking our page down about 6 months ago. I can confirm everything Danks is reporting right now is accurate. You should follow this account. He is unveiling the machine. Unveiling the machine. And this is a picture here of community guidelines removal. Just people's posts are getting taken down over this topic. And, you know, these are receipts, actual receipts people have. And it's just that's not violating things to show publicly available government IRS filings and things like that. That's not violating guidelines. They're publicly available. And, you know, they're being respectful about when they show these documents. Not like they're just showing these people's documents and blasting people's info all over the internet, because that's not what they're doing, you know. So my personal opinion, allegedly, they're not violating shit, and they're still, you know, getting their stuff taken down. So it's worth it to spread it around. And does any of you guys follow the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni stories at all? Things that's going on with that? Anybody? Oh, thank you for the super sticker, Painful Truth. I appreciate that so very much. Thank you. Thank you. Very, very cool of you. Thank you. Let's see. I'm trying to read you guys. I want to see what you guys have to say in the chat here. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he's the one that connected them, right?
Yep, and he's the one that Erika can't remember meeting. Is that the one she can't remember? She's like, I don't even like remember how I met him. I don't even like totally remember how I met him. I heard a story where they've been family friends. So they might have known each other from birth. They might just have their families were like involved, you know? So maybe she never did technically meet him because maybe she grew up with him from like birth. Or maybe they met in that creepy old school she went to. Yep. Yes, yes, yes. Yep, Crystal, I remember him saying that too. I remember him admitting that on that video clip. It was actually a clip of him saying that. Literally saying that out loud. He's like, I seen that kid and I was like, he's going somewhere. I'm gonna hook my wheels to that wagon. I remember that. Let's see. Yeah, the geofence. Yep, the geofencing. Exactly. It's geofencing data. Danks showed that too. Danks showed how quickly that, because what's happening is that Make Heaven Crowdator, people are showing up to church with all their cell phones in tow, you know, and they're sitting down for the whatever you want to call service of all these pervy pastors. They're listening to the pervy pastor service. And while they're listening, their phones are getting geofenced. Their data's getting geofenced. And it spreads like wildfire because they then take their phones that I guess they leave a little something behind on the phone once they do that. And then these people take their phones and leave and they spread out, and their phones then geofence other phones that geofence other phones that geofence. It's like exponentially. It's growing exponentially. And I heard that they're doing it not for let's just say they're not doing it for the United States of America. Okay. That's what I heard, allegedly. So fill in the blank there. And now they want to put these, what do you call it? These, Club America chapters in every high school. They want to put them in the high schools too, because I want the youngins data as well. Yes. Yeah. Right there. They're talking about him somehow getting away. This was like federally, but they're saying he still has to face the state, the state prosecution. But now they're saying that he may even get around that somehow as well. So get away with whatever they want because they've got. What cracks me up is it's not even their money; it's donor money. It all started with donor money. Donor money. It's not their money. It's like, I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine, right? Making your own organization where all these super wealthy people donate millions and millions of dollars, and you take a section of that money and you go ahead and invest it, right? Sorry, in crypto or somewhere, you invest it and you get a return on that income. Now, that's like free money. You're not even having to work hard to get your own money to invest. You're investing somebody else's money and you're getting all the money that gets a return off that. It's like these are how the rich people stay rich and the poor people just keep getting, more and more destitute and broke. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. Yeah, I noticed just recently a lot of people that are talking about just Erika Kirk and Turning Point USA and this topic in particular, suddenly just nobody's seeing my stuff. I know that because I'm watching my analytics, and you guys saw my videos were getting viewed a lot, way more. Like some of them were getting 30,000 views, and then literally put out a video just like same same type of topic, right? We're following the same woman around. This is what we've been doing. We're following this woman, and anything that I was finding in the news that she was saying, I was posting it, and people were very interested in that because they wanted to see what was going on. And then all of a sudden it was not getting views. We went from 30,000 views to 1,000 views, right? And that was literally overnight. And ever since then, and I've asked the YouTube AI, like, what's going on here? Like, oh no, we don't, we're just, you're not showing up on the homepage, even though all of your other analytics are doing great and people are interested in this topic and this, content. You're not being shown on the homepage. And there's just because we don't know why. That's like the big mystery, right? And it's not just me, it's a whole bunch of other channels have reported the same issue. And so it's pretty frustrating, because you want people to see these messages and they're just not getting out there. It's just, they're getting hidden and their money is buying all the good stuff. It's just terrible. Right. Right. I agree. Yes. Yeah, I almost, you know what, don't I almost am on board with that. Like close to being, I'm like this far away from that theory. Like I thought I watched his full episode on that, and he brings up a lot of good points and things that are like, yeah, that could be. There's really no holes in that theory. None. You can't even say there's anything in that theory that sounds absurd because it all could possibly potentially make sense. That could explain how these people are acting and why they're acting so nonchalant about losing their best friend or the love of their life or whatever whatever Erika's claiming he is. Those people are claiming to lose this person. That could be why the parents haven't spoken out or things like that, But what takes me away from the theory, the only thing that I find that takes me away from that theory is the whole deal with Candace, because I feel like when she started to make this big scene about this whole thing, somebody would have said to her, listen, girl, you got to back down. You got to quit this because we need you to shut up. You need to stop. And this is the reason. And I feel like they would have trusted her enough to tell her that was the case and she would have shut it down. But since she hasn't shut it down, it just makes me really wonder, is it true? I don't know. Maybe that's why they didn't shut it down. So people would say maybe it isn't true. I don't know. It's so hard to follow and hard to figure out anymore. I've never seen it like this. I've never seen it to where like the things that are going on right now are actually that's what we're dealing with. It's totally wild to me. It's totally wild. Please don't forget that like button. Any of you guys who just popped in, please hit that like. It helps me out so very much. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's the theory of Jesse on fire. He thinks that he definitely did that. Mm-hmm. Yep. Charlie said, love my go-to plane. That's all I hear every time Erika starts to answer any question. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I think she's turning her foot like that because of them heels. Like, yeah, she's got like, I don't even know how many, and she's 9 months pregnant. She's got on those heels. They gotta be like probably like this. And when you have those on and you sit, the way your foot is like laying in them, it hurts your ankles when they're staying like that when you're sitting, because it's like you're sitting with tiptoes. It's so hard to do. So she like bent her foot in and it looks like it hurts so bad. And yet she's sitting there, but it's like, girl, you're 9 months pregnant. Put on a pair of tennies. Literally nobody would mind. Nobody would have cared. That's them bougie girls. They just like, no, we got it. It's for fashion. It's like for fashion. I've got to wear these and be in so much pain. It's for fashion. It's like, you know what? Those two bougie bees, I could not with them both sitting there. Just who could be more bougie and rude. It was hilarious. Yeah, we're in clown world. 100%. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think we might find out the truth someday. It's hard to say. It's hard to say if we will ever figure out the truth. And I'm sure you guys saw this. Trump told Erika to sue Drewski for this viral skit that he did. I got a kick out of that. This isn't mine. Hang on. This was me searching, that's right. All right, let's see. Oh, wait. Here we go. Hang on a second. I need to find my my bookmark for us, because I've got one other thing. Oh, you're gonna like this. You guys gonna like this one. All right. Let's see. Here we go. So that this one that Blake did, the one we were ripping on Blake the other day on the video, or like ripping on Blake, the entire video is up now. That full video is up, and I'm gonna go watch it, and I'm gonna rip on him so bad. So stay tuned for that in like probably one of the next videos. But look, long before Drewski, Vice President Vance imitated Erika Kirk. And here's the photos. I just couldn't take it. I was dying at this one. Yeah. Yeah, I think he probably learned that. Wait, where was it? Here it is. That he's learned. He sees it now, girl. He's like, oh shit. Yeah, that's true. That's true too. They may have not told her because she might have said something. That's true. That is true. Oh, thank you so much, the Bendies. I appreciate that. Thank you. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content. That means a lot. I try to give you guys a laugh every now and again, because this shit is just too much, like really too much. This one was kind of sort of not what I was thinking, but wait a second. The Leah files, we talked about that. We took a look at that. We talked about Tucker. We talked about this dude. Oh my gosh, that was completely crazy. Oh, that was Blake Lively stuff. I don't know. Are you guys following that stuff with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni? It's kind of like the Hollywood side of things. Those people, they connect as well, guys. I'm telling you, because they're evil too, right? They're so evil. Those guys are so evil too. And this Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni stuff just totally, like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe somebody would try to do something so just horrific. And Blake almost got away with that. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I didn't know if you guys would enjoy that story, because I don't mind following that one as well. I feel like I like to follow those evil people and call them out, because it's just not right. Let's see. Blake Bednar's. Okay, shout out Blake. I think I actually did a video about him the other day. I didn't post it to my channel yet. I think I'm going to put it up as a members video, because I don't know that everybody would be all into that one. But Blake is the person who sent a video to Candace Owens, and it's a big part of, like, I don't know where the video was, what spot in the audience the video was taken, but I know he sent it to Candace Owens, and Candace received the video, did like a Zoom, not a Zoom chat, but a FaceTime with Blake, and I guess she said might mention it or whatever, and then she never did, and Blake got pissed. Like, he's pissed. He was on a warpath. really getting angry at Candace for not posting that video. However, from what I could tell, he may have gotten the video unauthorized, in an unauthorized way. And so that may be why Candace hasn't posted any of the footage, right? She's posted other things in that footage, but she may not have posted it for that reason, because if it's an unauthorized video, you know, she could potentially lose her channel for violating YouTube's terms of agreement, or whatever you call it. So I think that's probably why she hasn't done anything, and she's since blocked him, and you know, they're in like this huge battle between each other. But Blake does have a lot of video footage that hasn't been seen before. So yeah, shout out to Blake for, you know, having that footage and at least trying to take a look at it and kind of go through it and see what was what, you know. Let's see. Oh yeah, this was strange to me. This Turning Point rigged question and answer. So I wanted to listen to this.
If you could say something to Erika Kirk right now, what would you tell her?
Stop. I would say that I am disappointed in how her organization now, Turning Point, is handling freedom of speech. Because one thing that I did really respect about Charlie Kirk was the fact that he did value freedom of speech, and he did go and he talked to people that he disagreed with. And that is something that just seems to be partially lost. And, you know, with this event, I've talked about it some, but just to clarify even more, the people that went before me in the Q&A, they were part of the event themselves, and they were designated those spots in line for the Q&A as well.
Why doesn't this surprise me?
3 out of 4 of them. I'm not positive on the fourth, but at least 3 out of 4 of them. And so they're designating the spots, and also at least half of them were not GW students either.
You know, that first of all, it doesn't surprise me, right? This doesn't surprise me that these are designated spots. What do you guys, anybody in the chat, does this surprise any of you guys? Like, chime in and let me know. Does that surprise any of you that these are designated? They're literally designated in certain sections during this event. So basically the questions and everything were kind of pre-planned, I would imagine, right? If you're designating this question to go next and that question to go next. It doesn't surprise me at all. But that is the thing that they are not understanding over at Turning Point 2.0, is that this is what these young people totally respected about Charlie that nobody else has since then that I've noticed even got close to being able to do. And that was completely and totally value the freedom of speech, right? Not only value the freedom of speech, but happily debate anybody while allowing them to use their freedom of speech, giving them his platform to use their freedom of speech and their voice, and then debating them. You know, it's like nobody else since then has done that. That's what they're not understanding. They're like, they got Blake Neff out here going, yeah, we loved Erika, that's why this and that, and you know, talking about his history and everything, and that's the one we're going to cover this week on the channel. But it's like, that's not even anywhere near comparing to what Charlie was about and what Charlie anything. Like, that's the one thing these kids respected. That's the one thing that set him apart from literally everybody else, every other politician, everybody, you know, from Turning Point. That's what separated him from everyone. And it's like they could easily do that, but they don't have anybody like Charlie to replace Charlie. And so, you know, they're trying all these other avenues, but it's never going to work. It's never going to work. Oh, let's see. Crystal doesn't surprise Crystal, right? Erika's terrified of anybody calling her out. Yeah, she is. She totally is. It's allegedly, in my opinion, seemingly. No surprise. Control the conversation. Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly why. You're right. When you don't know what you're talking about, you have to control the conversation so you don't get thrown off guard and look like a fool. Exactly. That, you know, shout out to Dunway, because that's, you know, shout out to you because that's right. Yeah, we were wondering about that, Bittersweet. We were like, what happened to the dog? We would like to know what happened to the dog. Like, so crazy. Yeah, I think we're just kind of speculating at this point. I would love to know though what happened to it. Yeah. Yeah, it does. It really does. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Danny. Appreciate that. Oh, Candace looked. Oh, wow. So she put a little work into that trying to hunt the dog down. So that is so sad. I'm hoping, like, fingers crossed, and I've been like, pray to God that she just gave it to somebody that, would. That's just so messed up. I mean, because that dog probably feels more grief than she does at this point. Dogs understand when they lose their owner. I mean, we saw that video of that dog laying on that grave for how many days did that dog keep going back to the grave of its owner and like so sad and laying on it? Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. Totally.
They're designating the spots to ask their panelists, two people that they know support the administration, in a situation where they also know that they have limited time. And then they end the Q&A before they get to the first person that opposes the administration, and possibly the first person that isn't part of the event themselves, not to mention the 20 other people behind me in line who also wanted to ask a question and didn't have time to do so. And so I don't blame them for ending the Q&A, because sure, they were running out of time. I get it. Caroline Levitt is 9 months pregnant now. I understand. But if you have limited time, why are you not allowing the actual students to speak first?
Yeah, he brings up a very good point. If you're running out of time, why not allow the students to speak out first? Because they didn't want, like you guys were saying, they don't have the answers to things, and they don't want the students to speak out. This was a little section from that.
Only been a few hundred cases of voter fraud since voter fraud is incredibly rare. According to the Heritage Foundation, which is a conservative database, by the way, there have only been a few hundred cases of voter fraud since 1982 out of hundreds of millions of votes. Additionally, according to the Brennan Institute of Justice, there are 21.8 million Americans who do not have easy access to proofs of citizenship. So my question to you is it worth it to risk millions of Americans from voting in order to prevent a few hundred cases of voter fraud?
First of all, thank you for the question.
They were both mad as hell. Erika looks so stupid.
No need to boo. It's an honest question. I'm happy to give you an honest answer. First of all, I have not seen the data you provided, so I'd like to go check it myself and make sure that it's actually accurate in the way that you're citing it. And there is certainly much more, I believe, voter fraud in this country, and I'm sure the statistics back it up, than what you cited with one survey. And why are you okay with any voter fraud in the United States of America?
Yeah, I honestly stand with, we definitely need the SAVE Act passed and whatever. But yeah, I loved Erika's face during this whole exchange, right? She was just like holding onto that mic, like looking at Caroline, looking at the student. Huh? What's that mean? It's like, yeah, you know what? Crystal, I covered this interview on my channel, but I cut it off before we got to the student questions, because again, they put it at the very end, and I could only tolerate so many minutes of these two bitches to go back and forth. I can only tolerate so much, and I had to turn it off. I was like, I cannot. I was like, I am done for today. That's it. That's a wrap. It cracked me up. The whole thing was like ridiculous, but I think I'm gonna cover the rest of it, because there are a couple of different parts at the end here that I think are worth snarking on, at the very least. I find it terribly a shame that they just don't let the students speak, and it's an event for the students. It's like, what did you come here for? Like I said that at the beginning too. Like, what did you even come here for? You're not paying attention to what Caroline says, first of all. So you're signaling to your audience that whatever she's saying doesn't really make a difference, right? So why are you guys talking this long and using up all the time for the students who actually have questions and want to, ask some things of these people? I mean, when do students actually get to talk to Caroline Levitt ever in their life? ever, and Erika Kirk for that matter, when do they ever get to actually speak to these two and ask it, let alone ask a whole question to where they get their full undivided attention for a moment? This is something that these people came to with the expectation that they would maybe get a chance to get some of their questions answered. I just thought it was very like low class of them to do that to these kids. And this is why, dude, this is why they're it's making their own downfall, truly, because it's shit like this. These people didn't want to come here and listen to Caroline's story about how much she loves her man. She literally went on and on about how she loves her husband for probably 3 minutes. Like the whole Shabbat Shalom, I'm getting home and I don't have to. She went on, first of all, she went on and on about how you can have both, right? You can be a successful career-driven woman, and then go home and turn off your career and be a mother. You can totally do that, and it's like, this is the exact opposite of what Charlie said. This is like exact opposite of what Charlie believed, and Erica's out here pushing that and made sure she had Caroline talk about that for several minutes, driving that point home. She had her talking on this for several minutes, and it was so boring. And again, I had to skip through it just to show you guys like little pieces of the answer. Because trust me, you would have left. You'd have been like, "Sorry, I'm out." If I would have played that whole thing, you guys would have 100% left. You'd have been like, "You know what? No, I'm not doing this today. Bye, Jen. See you on your next one." Because I ain't listening to this. I had to get off so much of it. It was crazy. What's up with her head? That is so weird. Yeah. Yeah, she kind of gives me the creeps a little bit. A lot. Like it's a lot. She gives me the creeps a lot. Yeah. Well, I have the speech. I have the entire thing. I just don't want to listen to it. That's my thing. I don't want to play it for my audience because it's so long and it's absolutely, like I said, what they actually say in this speech is just how they're feeling about their careers and being career women, and how to get a job at the White House. And it was a lot of just like word salad to take up time, I feel like, and that isn't right for these kids. The kids wanted to ask questions. The kids wanted to get information from these women, and they just refused it. And so I'm not going to give them the time on my channel to speak about all this nonsense. Nobody cares. Nobody cares how much Caroline is in love with her family. I mean, I thought it was nice. It was a nice sentiment. That was very cool. Like that she did say she puts her family and her babies first and things. And I felt genuine, like she was being genuine. I felt she was definitely being genuine. But again, that's not what these kids were there to hear. Like, no, in the grand scheme of things, nobody literally cares about that. That's not why they were there. I just find it so low class of them to put these people at the end. And this is why she let her go on for 3 minutes about her husband. I feel like, in my opinion, allegedly. Why are you so pretty? Why are you so awesome? And where do I send the check? I know that's right, Dunwood. Oh, what's up, Black Smoke Joe? Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like, actually. Yes, indeed. Indeed, it did. Yeah. Yeah, she knows nothing about anything. Exactly. I plugged on the right. Okay, Sasquatch. That's about all. That's about it, too. What's the difference between Erika and Caroline? Caroline has been pregnant. Oh my God. Yeah. And I found it rude when Caroline came out and she was like, "You don't even look pregnant." It's like, yes, she does. Are you saying she looks fat then? Are you calling her fat? I would have looked at her and been like, "Are you saying I'm fat?" I would have called her out right there in front of all them kids. I would have been like, "Oh, yeah, so I'm fat then. Is that what it is? My ankles look like sausages because I'm fat, I guess? Like, what?" It was just so, what do you call it? It was just so fake. Ugh, it's just terrible. Let's see. There's too much high-fat dressing on the word salad. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh my god, that's all it was for the first good bit. I just couldn't believe. Yeah, pointless torture. You know what? God love you, the Bendies, because I could not. I was just like, oh. The one point I was editing my video and I'm watching it, like waiting for them to finish so I can say something. And I'm going like this, and my eyes keep going like this. And then they would close for longer. And then they would close for longer. And then I was like trying to wake up. It was so boring. Yeah, just terrible. Yeah. It is. And you know what though? It wasn't bad watching that other speech. That very first thing we watched when you guys first got here with her at that new place, whatever that place was, where she was only 3 years into her marriage and she was talking about like all that weird stuff about the dog being a terror, whatever. She hated the dog and all that. She acted totally different. You could it almost feels like there's a certain point where Erika talks like a normal person, even though she does give you a whole bunch of word salad and she just literally says nothing and makes up her own things, she still sounds human. She sounds okay. The emotions are like happening at the right times. Like she's laughing when it's funny and it kind of flows, I would say 60% better than what we see now with her. It's like something happened to her in her head or something, because now she's so weird. It's like I didn't find her super weird back in the day. She was on there talking about like, I love being in a pageant and sex sells, babe, and all that. That was like almost normal human behaviors, right? As a 20-year-old or whatever she was at that time. Even in the, music video and the just weird ass stuff that she did, it all seemed a bit like okay, like checked out a little bit. And now it's like doesn't check out at all. She's so weird. Everything's off. It's like everything's just the wrong emotion at the wrong time, the wrong gestures at the wrong time, the whole everything. It's weird. It's like I would love to pinpoint when that change occurred, because there's definitely a change, and it just I don't know, I find it weird. I find like maybe her soul got ejected from her body at a certain point, and she lost, doesn't have a soul anymore. And that's probably when that happened, I guess. I feel like that's what happened, in my opinion. Allegedly. I don't know if she has a soul. I can't possibly know if she has a soul. That's allegedly. Okay. Let's see, Caroline. Well, unlike Erika, I put my family and children first. Yeah. Yeah, and it was oh my gosh, there were certain things where Caroline, you could see she was like she was kind of giving Erika the like, oh, listen to this bitch. Like she looked like she was just like it was funny. It was actually, there were some funny parts, but yeah, pretty sad. Overall, a snooze fest of lies. Let's see. Yes. Exactly. That's exactly what I said. That was my sentiment. Exactly, Crystal. I was like, you know what? Caroline worked hard for what that was the part even when Caroline said that, she was like, I felt like she answered it just to kind of give a jab at Erika, because remember, these are mean girl bitches, right? These are like bougie mean girl bitches. And so I feel like everything they say to each other has an undertone of bitchiness and cattiness. Okay. And she was saying like, she's like, what's the one thing you could tell people? Like, what's the best advice you can give everybody? Blah, 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 blah. And Caroline come back and she was like, the best thing I could tell any of you is hard work. You have to work really, really hard at it. Put your mind to it and do your due diligence and just hard work. And Erika's going, yeah, hard work. Yeah, hard work. And I feel like Caroline's face when she was saying that, I was just dying. Because Caroline, I mean, I can't even imagine what Caroline was thinking. I can't even imagine what Caroline was thinking at that time. Like, and when Erika's going, yeah, definitely hard work. I mean, I know exactly, like, I know what hard work is. And it's just like, girl, please. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta wonder. I mean, did Charlie just see boobs? I mean, I get it. They can be hypnotic. I completely understand. They can be hypnotic if used properly. I get it. I guess that's what happened. The boobs and the hair, like that hid everything else, you know? That hid the rest of it. Cause you can't, I don't know. This uncharismatic issue with her definitely is a thing. And I feel like, how would somebody like totally miss that? How would somebody that would go over someone's head? Like, but I guess, yeah, boobs and hair, you know, if used properly, they can definitely trick you. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you. Love from Ireland. I love it. Shout out to you. How do we say the name? Delglen. I love it. Delglen. Shout out to Ireland. I'm loving that. Yeah. Yeah. MK Ultra glitches. That is it. The MK Ultra glitches. They gave her a boob upgrade and a hair upgrade, and they sent her, you know, they MK Ultra'd her, they upgraded the boobs, they upgraded the hair, and they sent her after her target. In my personal opinion, allegedly. I'm just gonna get a shirt that says allegedly, so I don't have to keep saying it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. I agree. J Cash, I agree with that. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep, love bombing, yeah. That was a hell of a movie, though. Yeah. I mean, think of it, though. I mean, 3 years, 4 years, having a couple kids. Now you're like, because my whole thing is this: if you truly were a trad wife, and even those of us who are not trad wives, and I mean, anybody out there, just in general, okay? Why in the world would you choose to take over Turning Point USA when you have millions and millions of dollars and, you know, you could go be with your family in this time of losing your husband? Who would choose to fill that role? And I watched a thing where she was saying, like, I chose to honor Charlie's commitments. He made like several appointments, and that's the way I chose to honor my husband, was to keep his appointments. And that's what I'm doing. His book tour, she called it like a point. She tried to make it out like he had appointments. Those are commitments. His book tour was a commitment that he had made. Da 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 da. And it's like, why would you do that? If you suddenly inherited all this money, your kids just lost their father, their little ones. I don't know why you would choose to take this role and deal with this. Why wouldn't you want to be home with your family and your children in this time? You've got so much money. Go buy a farm somewhere, buy a city block somewhere, you know, go do something, like take your kids and go be happy. You literally never have to work another day in your life. You can retire and raise your babies. The only thing you have left of your husband, the only thing that's left of him, you could take that money and go raise your babies. And she's like, no, man, no, I'm gonna go deal with this. I'm gonna sit in these interviews, these 10-hour long interviews, you know, because you know, when they set up something like this, it's like a whole day thing. You got to get first thing in the morning, you got to get the hair and makeup, get the wardrobe, get your stuff ready, get your ass over to wherever this is at, set up the stage, do this. There's all the preparation leading up to it. These are time away from your kids and time away from your family that she's dealing with to do these things. It's a lot. It's just not computing to me why a tradition, especially one that claims to be a trad wife, there's no way in hell that you would decide to do this instead of taking care of your little babies. Just no way. But anyhow, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I think that is just about all the crap I had to say. I just had to like show you guys these things. And I'm so glad we found these. Yeah, she can't do that. She wants more money. She wants to rule the world. I joke about it, but her name literally means like soul roller, something like that. Like the ultimate roller, soul roller. It's crazy. It's like her mom named her that in preparation for the world domination that she's aiming for currently. It's mind blowing. All these connections inside, all these things that, kind of goes in together with this woman. It's absolutely bonkers. Yes, thank you for stopping by, Sasquatch. I appreciate it. And thank all the rest of you for stopping by to hang out. Please hit that like button before you leave and subscribe if you're new and ring the bell to be notified, because I've noticed that hardly any of you guys are getting notifications for my regular videos. And, some people have been saying like they didn't even know and they got unsubscribed and all kind of stuff because the topics we're talking about, they don't want us to get them out there. So just make sure that you are subscribed still, you've rung the bell, and keep a lookout because I'm going to try to pick up doing more live streaming. And that's about it. I appreciate all of you guys for showing up, and I love you all so very, very much with my little heart there. All right. Thank you guys. And I will see you on the next one.